Hello.
Hello, we're back.
We are back.
Let me share my screen, of course, with my reach around here. My landlord said she's like, well, that's it for you and handjobs. That's over. I'm like, yeah, because that was a big thing.
That was
That was
that's what kept it
yeah, that was happening a lot in my world. It was so much. Wow.
going. There's always tools that can be used.
Anyways, yeah.
Mm.
It's not even a thought because like
Your
well, that's
landlord's
going to
so
really
funny.
impact your skydiving career. Okay, well.
Oh man.
So funny. Okay. Okay. So the Iroquois, we're back. Let me put you in the middle here so that I don't continually look. There we go. So I look at you and not the side of the screen. Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you. Okay.
Mm.
So the Iroquois also knew nettle, as lots of people knew nettle. So they used to mix it with dried snake blood as witchcraft medicine. You'll have to consult an Iroquois high shaman priest to like discern what
Medicine for
a
what?
medicine man exactly or woman to discern what possible the medicine it would be. Okay, also, and Kawaiisu. There we go.
Hmm.
So, children who wanted to learn witchcraft had to walk through a hedge of nettle.
That's my favorite Nettle, like lore.
I love that. I know.
Yeah.
That's great. I
It was
know.
yeah, it was like barefoot too, I think, right?
Uh-huh. I
Yeah,
love that.
love
It's
it.
perfect. I know. Because it doesn't last for very long, but you think it might.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in Rome,
Uh,
warriors coming to England rubbed it on their arthritic joints. And it's thought that a man's virility was made great by whipping him with a branch below the kidneys.
oof.
So that's what he's doing.
All
He's being
right.
whipped.
The guy in front kind of looks like he likes it a little bit, so
I know, exactly. It's increasing his virility.
yeah.
So then
Mm.
there's like stories also of nettle even going back as far as the Bronze Age. So there's burial clothing that's been woven out of nettle, and there's archaeological digs show like remains of nettle soup as
Mm.
well. Okay, we're moving on, moving on. More stories, lore stories, and cultural import in Denmark. And I love this is one of my favorite pictures on
I
Earth.
like that a lot, yeah.
It's a great picture, isn't it?
Hmm.
Because in Denmark, nettles were thought to grow out of the blood of innocent victims. So
Mm.
I know. Also, so in Tibet, now we're moving into Tibet because nettles are so everywhere. So I love the Tibet that has a story.
Mm.
Um, Milarepa, a Tibetan saint and ascetic with green hair and skin, is said to have lived on nothing but nettles for decades.
Mm.
Okay, then we can go to pop culture because there's even nettles references in pop culture. So there's so many. So we can go through. So Anna Karenina, you know what? I don't like this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do something to this. Watch this right now. I'm going to hold on. Let's see, can I get it right? There we go. And then because it's bugging me. Sorry.
Mm.
Sorry that this is happening right now. Uh-oh, hold on. That's what's come on. That's the problem. Okay. Thank you. That was bugging me so bad. Sorry, I did not do that. So Anna
Mm.
Karenina, it's in Anna Karenina. So Konstantin Levin and Stefan should have Stefan, I think it's Stefan Oblonsky ate nettle soup. So and he's like it was wasn't he like a Captain Oblonsky or something? Major Oblonsky, I forgot his name. Anna Karenina, it's like it's there's two books in the history of the world that I link together because they are the worst, hands down, books ever for one particular reason. It's this book and Franzen's book, Freedom. Okay. And let me tell you, that book and Anna Karenina can suck my dick.
What are the books on? Are they nonfiction or fiction?
Yeah, they're fiction, but you meet every person in the book. There is not one character that you don't loathe with every part of your being.
Oh, interesting.
Like, I hate every character in Anna Karenina. Like, I hate them. Like, I hate they're the worst. Nothing redeeming. Same with Franzen, I think it is, that book, Freedom. I like, literally, I was like 4/5 of the way through it, and I thought, do I really have to finish the last fifth? That's how much I hate you all. I hate you all so much.
Yeah.
So much. I don't even want to finish it. I don't even want to give it to you. Anyway, thank you for listening to my diet.
I thought that the Anna Karenina was the author. Is that the name of the book?
That's the name of the book.
Oh.
Yeah. Anna Karenina is the name of the book. So let me tell you. Okay, so who is it? I'm not even gonna get it wrong because I have a guess of who. Leo Tolstoy. I knew it was Tolstoy. I was gonna say Tolstoy, but then I thought if I say Tolstoy and it's wrong, I'm gonna be feeling it.
Oh, okay.
So Disney in Bedknobs and Broomsticks, a much better turn of things. Miss Eglantine Price, played by Angela Lansbury, lists food she eats, and Nettles are on that list.
Nice.
Teorema, which I do not know of this show, but it was from 1968. It's an Italian film where the servant Amelia becomes a miracle worker upon returning to her hometown, and she, like the Tibetan monk, eats nothing but nettles. Yes, the ascetic. Exactly. Nice. Hans Christian Andersen in The Wild Swans, the princess must wear a jacket of nettles to break a spell. 50 Shades of Grey. Come on. I've not read this book. Have you?
I haven't either.
I've
not that I'd be against it. I don't like when books have too much hype.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's an element of, if there was an element of magic in it. The book. So that Black Jewel trilogy I was telling you about. Yes, that's, it's by Anne Bishop. Okay, let me tell you, everybody loves it, but that has it's really sexy.
Yeah.
Probably, it's like 50 Shades of Grey. It is there's an element like that, but it's not that. It's definitely has fantasy magic. There's nothing even in the real world about it.
Oh, interesting.
It's totally not real. Yeah, it's good though.
Nice.
Anyway. So in 50 Shades of Grey, James refers to Scandinavian cream of nettle soup with fish bisque. So. Then also cheeses. It's very important in the cheese world. So did I just, oh my gosh, I'm going to get so mad. I'm going to do this again. I'm so mad about this. I feel angry.
Oh, you didn't do that.
Did I do it everywhere or just, where did I stop? Wait, hold on. There are some that, okay, so I've got to deal with this right now. Otherwise I'm going to come in glued. No, it looks like it's, sorry, you guys. You're just going to have to deal with my nightmare. I can't. I don't think I can do this if it's not.
Can you select all of them, or do you have to do them one at a time?
I don't know. I just want to make sure that they're see, look, they should all, see, these aren't even selected, which pisses me off now even more. I didn't watch, I didn't add it. There should be animation in every single one here, and there's not, and it makes me furious. So people are just going to have to wait while I fix my own freaking nightmare of a time here, and you guys are gonna look at, none of these are done. Can you believe it? That one doesn't need it. This one. What did I do? What was I thinking? Oh my Lord. This is horrible behavior of me. Sorry guys. This is bad behavior. It's because I'm gonna blame myself because I literally hurt my arm, and
Nice.
so I did not have a chance to look through any of this. And is this the thing of it is the question then? Oh yeah, good. Okay, those are all good. Okay, so let's go back to where we were.
Yeah,
So
I'm just like trying not to even look.
good. Sorry about that, guys.
Just so
It
that
was,
I'm still
it was
surprised.
furious. I was furious with myself. Okay, so, and then I just want to make sure that okay, that's okay. So okay, we're back. So cheese. So everywhere, like it's used in Gouda, like there's a certain Gouda cheese that's made with nettles, and that's everywhere. Like, so they make it in like the United States and Amsterdam and other places as well. So in England, though, they make one type of cheese called Cornish yard. It's a semi-hard cow's cheese made in Cornwall, which is like very specific, and it's dried, wrapped in nettle leaves. And it's softer, the closer to the leaves it gets, it's soft, and then it's crumbly and dry near the center. And then iscus, that is a cheese with nettle and garlic that is produced in iscus. So the magical properties of nettle. Oh, there it is. So emotional strength. So nettle, especially during trying and chaotic times, because I think of its healing properties, like it really has the ability to transform a bad experience into something, like it'll change it all around. So it can take a really bad experience and can make it into something magical and transformative and like really a silver lining herb. So it'll help you contact the inner warrior. It can transform like your victim mentality. Like I need that. I should go there and just stick a hunk in there because I'm feeling really victim right now. Like I'm alone, like trying to eat, like I'm dirty.
Oh
It's a
man.
joke. Like literally, like my like floor. Because okay, so when this all happened to me, I'm gonna just bitch endlessly. When this all happened to me, it's pouring rain. There's a flood, so there's like mud everywhere. Like there's like shit. There's like leaves and mud and shit, and I'm crippled. So whatever. So anyway, so I should go grab some of this nettle because you can make an amulet with yarrow and nettle to guard against fear. Huh. I don't know that I need that for fear. I'm not really afraid.
Yeah.
For protection, though, throw it into a fire to avert danger and to keep evil entities at bay. And it can be used against sorcery, and it protects the most at Samhain. Oh. So consecration also. So you can add nettles to water to consecrate an athame. Is Jake there?
Yeah, he just walked in.
I saw your little face perk up over there. I'm like, he just smiled, the glowy smile of love.
Oh my god.
Heart chakra open.
Our anniversary is next month.
When is it?
Next month.
Oh, nice.
13 years.
What, 13? Oh, it's the magical one.
It is.
Yay. So healing is always the property that I've liked it for. I've known about that in the fiery healing. That's why I like that Oyena, or whatever, Maria. So for healing, you can put it under the bed or just take an infusion of it. Be a good one too. Keep it in your house if it'll keep sickness out. And it's supposed to it's one of those things that'll heal you. It's connected to elves, so it'll heal you from elf shot.
Nice.
A lot of those do that too. And it's also one of those 9 herbs in the 9 herbs charm. So that you were talking about, that's a charm to protect you from like a festering wound of some sort.
Yeah, it's like pretty much any like illness.
Yeah. And then jinx breaking. So that's again protection too, uncrossing, and then it can be used in a sachet or a poppet.
Mm.
Sending the curse back to the sender. We love that.
Mm.
More magical properties. Nettle's so magical.
Mm.
Contemplation and mindfulness. Empathy. And also, so here's another interesting connection. And also, it's related to Samhain. There's a lot of, even in Denmark, there was a lot of that death connection, like on the ground, the lore from Denmark. So, and it's like also about transformation. So it's that death, burial, and rebirth. So it's about like, it's really a transformative herb. It transforms our victim mentality. It
I have
transforms
to
us.
feed the squirrel real quick, but you can keep going.
You have to do what?
Feed the squirrel real quick.
Oh, how nice. The
But
squirrel.
keep going.
So you can put it around your shoulders like a shawl at a funeral. Like, yeah, use it
Like
as a
you like sew them together or like whole branches?
I would say, like, first of all, they fabric has been made out of nettle. So
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know if they mean that or if they
Hmm.
mean like actually just taking the branches and kind of like laying them across your shoulders. Funeral shrouds. And there's that weird thing too about attracting fish. So I don't know if you remember this story, but there's like this whole thing about making an oil of house leeks and nettle, and then you put your hand in it, and then you can put the fish will swim right to your hand.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real or not, but used in fishing nets to maybe an herb. It may be the herb Olearibos mentioned in the Necronomicon. More magical properties. Yet there's more. So also, it's a woman's herb. It's strongly yin. I've always heard that too. Healing, fiery healing, strongly yin, very protective. Mothering, nurturing. It increases women's self-worth. Like transformative, like literally, I think that's like women's healing anyway, is more transformative in nature anyway.
Agreed.
So also another odd thing about is it's tied to storms. So you're supposed to burn it in your fireplace during storms. It's also tied to true seeing and true sight. So seeing through a glamour, opening your eyes to truths. And now we're to the medical properties. So it's an astringent, a diuretic, a tonic, an alterative, rubefacient, of course, hemostat, a galactagogue, an anti-inflammatory, and a nutritive. So, yeah, people eat, like, it's a huge thing to eat nettle leaf. So nettle leaf soup and stuff. So it's very nutritious. Tonic. So yeah, it's supposed to strengthen and support your whole body. It's like a tonic type of herb. High in vitamins, and then also, so then externally you can use it as well, and it's obviously it stings, so it gives like, the sting isn't horrible. I totally dug up a whole nettle, and it stung me quite a few times, and it did not hurt me very much. It was not terrible. So but it can be used for eczema and as a facial astringent to stop bleeding. So it's supposed to stop a nosebleed, but I don't know how you're going to do that. That sounds like a little deadly. Or a hemorrhage. Excessive menstrual flow. I suppose take an infusion of it.
Yeah.
The cold or flu. So you're supposed to, right at the onset of the cold or flu, you could treat it with an infusion. And a lot of times those are like, because of their nutritives, they're just filled with vitamins and stuff. So if you catch it right at the beginning, a little zinc boost or something is going to help you. It also clears phlegm, probably because of its astringent properties. And so you're supposed to oil your body and rub with nettle to keep out the cold. That sounds very harsh.
Yeah, seriously.
Who thought thought of that.
I don't
I want to
know.
say something. I'm totally, okay. So let me tell you this. Before I say this, I was going to say, who thought of that? Some German? Like my grandpa is 100% German. He passed away. So I'm like full on German. So, but still, like it sounds like a very like we even go out in the snow. We walk
Yeah.
every day, no matter what. We walk every day.
Yeah.
Like it's like something that's like gnarly,
Yeah.
like I bet it is
The
for you.
the Germans have that, what's that term where they open the windows to like let fresh air in, but they even do it like when it's snowing outside. They're like, no, you have to let the fresh air in. And people are inside and they're like, it's 20 degrees. And they're like, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I love like German and like little
Yeah.
German things. Like the shawl is very German too.
Yeah.
Like you're always supposed to have a shawl on. If you're feeling the least bit sick, you're supposed to get
Yeah.
a shawl. I know there's hilarious
Uh,
little Germanisms that are hilarious, but I can see how like, like, and also there's like an aesthetic of nakedness, and I don't know if it's
mm,
all over Europe, but certainly in Germany, there's like an aesthetic, an appeal to nakedness.
yeah.
And so oiling your body down and rubbing it with something that like seems very German,
Oh man.
but probably really healthy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Mm,
okay. So it could, because it's supposed to improve your circulation. Like if you like that stinging is supposed to, you
mm,
can use it in hair loss. You can have a decoction and use it for hair loss. Also hemorrhoids, probably because it's astringent.
mm.
Asthma, bronchial problems. So you can breathe while burning the dried leaves. And then that's it. And now
Nice.
the next one is jasmine. So jasmine also grows at the back of my on my property, and it's Jasminum officinale is what we're here for, and it's definitely a heart chakra herb. Like definitely, like, so I want to, so before, wait, hold on, I want to go back because before we go on to this, I like want to kind of like say like why, like I totally feel like nettles is a heart chakra herb because of its healing, protective, mothering properties. Like it's hugely warm and nurturing and compassionate and has like all these like amazing, but even like mother bearish, it's like
Mm,
hugely like it's like a amazing thing. And so then we kind of take another look at like this heart chakra as like this almost like a more beautiful take on it, like a more like a different kind of like a softer take. How about that
mm.
on it? Because I can tell you that nettles are not soft.
Yeah.
So Jasminum officinale. There is a picture of what a botanical drawing says it looks like, although I don't know if I think it looks like that. That's what ChatGPT thinks it looks like, which again, I'm like, maybe. And then these are kind of, so you can see these are the two pictures I took when it was like vining a little bit. It was like in the summer, so it was like late. There wasn't very much on the tree, but you can see what I wanted to show you, and you can see on the picture that's clear the entire picture, or most of the picture, not the one where you can see the big flowers, but let's see, I don't know if I'm looking at it, like it's to my left, so I don't know if you can see it. But if you look down at the picture and look at the very right hand corner, you see almost what looks like a pear down there. Like it's a big round pear. And let me see if I can even like, I don't know if like you're gonna be able to see, if you can see this like pointer here. But that pear is a seed pod. And even people that know all about jasmine do not realize that it has this seed pod that opens up like and gets like all hard and it opens. Oh, that's it. Oh, yay. So I gave it to you. I gave
Yeah.
you the seed pod. So
It's
that,
massive.
yes. So that is what it looks like when it's all dried out. But when it's not dried out, it looks like this green little thing. And then when it starts drying out, it opens up, and what comes out of it is like poof. It's like fuzz. It's
Like a
like
dandelion?
it's like dandelion fuzz. It's like
Mm,
soft, like fuzzy, like that.
mm.
That's what's inside it, the seed pod. Anyway, so a little bit different and just intoxicating though.
I
So
love jasmine.
me too. So the parts used are the flowers and essential oils. That's mostly what we're using it for. We're getting it for its scent. Not many people
I'm gonna
use.
use the seed pod on my altar for spring and fertility.
That's perfect. Exactly. I love that. Yay. So other names are Arabian jasmine, jessamine, moonlight on the grove, pikaki, poet's jasmine, queen of perfume, royal jasmine, sampagnita, yen, I don't know, si len, yen, isi ming, and yasmin. So the correspondences, the element it's associated with is water, and the planet is the moon or Jupiter or Venus. The astrological sign is Cancer or Capricorn, but I like it more for Cancer, I think.
Me too.
Capricorn, though, there's like a hardiness about it that's like ever growing, ever vining. That's kind of interesting that I could see Capricornish.
That's like the epitome of my flower. Or my
It is.
because I'm Cancer and cat.
Exactly, it is. This is totally you. So the tarot card is the high priestess and nines, like all the nines. And the number is nines in general, so it's associated with the number 9.
Mm,
Sabbat or ritual is Ostara.
nice.
And the goddesses are Aditi, Artemis, Diana, Lakshmi, Mary, Oshun, Kuan Yin, and Selene. So plant info. So the berries are poisonous, FY to the I, and it takes 3,600,000.
10 minutes.
What? Oh,
10
10
minutes.
minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
It takes 3,600,000 delicate jasmine flowers and a ton of time to create just 1 pound of jasmine absolute. So that's why jasmine absolute is $5,000 a pound. It's because it takes 3 million flowers to make 1 pound of that.
Jesus.
Exactly. So it is the national flower of a lot of places. People like nation states love jasmine.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Syria, national flower. Pakistan, national flower. Philippines, national flower. They call it, that's where we get the sampaguita or
Mm.
that other name for it. So those 3 places. Anyway. There's also stories and lore and cultural import, and we're going to start with India. So Hindu people they string garlands of jasmine together, and they honor people with the garlands of jasmine. So it's an honorific to be given a garland of jasmine. And it's known as Mogra or Malika in Hindi, and it's often used in religious ceremonies and weddings. The flower is associated with Hindu gods Vishnu and Lakshmi, and it symbolizes divine hope, love, spiritual purity. There are tales in which the flowers are like beloved by the gods for their scents and beauty, and they're used to adorn their forms in temples as signs of respect and devotion. So, anyway, yeah.
Mm.
Because I'm just gonna leave it. So in Buddhism also, I was gonna say that is that Hinduism is like usually when you find something that's important in Hinduism, it's then important like in that huge swath of Hinduism movement. So Hinduism moved from India, and there was a lot of back and forth of it, but the first basic movement was a push from India out into the rest of Asia, and that's why you get some of the same themes in the Hindu religion as you do sometimes in Buddhism, even though there's a lot of differences because things change, cultural adaptation, and people share cultures. Cultures are meant to be shared. And so so what happens, and in times when people weren't monitoring the sharing of cultures, cultures often were shared in this fashion, and you would see people borrowing themes from other cultures. And so you can find the original tracing of Hinduism came out of India, but then there was back and forth movement between cultural iconography and religious import back and forth between other parts of Asia and India. So Buddhism again, so there's Hinduism and Buddhism. If you find something in one of them, there's a lot of probability. Also the climate wise, in Southeast Asian climates, and it's very humid and hot, and you're in the same latitudinal place, so where there's lots of these flowers. So in Buddhism, they're used during Vesak Day, which is a festival celebrating the birth, enlightenment, and death of the Buddha. So very important. Egypt as well. So we got it all over the place here. So Jasmine is found in the tombs of pharaohs and I can't even say that word. Deir el Bari. Deir el Bari. There we go. In Italy, there's so many uses. Okay, this is a great one. Okay, I see we have 5 minutes. This is the greatest story ever. So there's this gardener, and there's this Demichi family has this garden, and the Cosimo the First of Demichi found Jasmine, and he put it in his garden, and he would not let it out he wouldn't let it out into the world in Italy. And so it was like this special thing that he hoarded and prized, and he wouldn't let people get a hold of. And so there's a gardener who saw the jasmine in this Demichi garden and loved it so much that he took a sprig of it and he presented it to his fiancée on her birthday. She planted the sprig of jasmine, and it ended up living. And this gardener ended up making a fortune by selling the jasmine flowers that next year. And it became traditional for girls to wear jasmine at their weddings, even in Italy after that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. So pop culture references. It's mentioned in 1001 Arabian Nights. And it's mentioned in The Alchemist's Daughter by Catherine McMahon. She mentioned it in regards to evoking emotion and memory. And then we go to the magical properties of this lovely, lovely little thing. And there we are. Protection. So here's another one. I think the heart chakra really has both those qualities. And so maybe the rose isn't far behind it. Because I think that like nettle and rose both have those protective spiny qualities. It's a women's herb, again, divine feminine, and associated with the mother aspect, again, Maria. Fire Maria. So candle anointing, it's used for healing, and especially auric healing and strengthening the aura. You can smudge the smoke of the flower over your body, and especially after an illness, it's supposed to be very healing and revive your aura. So even if after you've recovered, a lot of times emotionally not well. Like it just takes it out of you. And this is supposed to restore you in some way, like emotionally after the illness.
Mm.
It strengthens the astral plane of a person into the physical being. And it banishes melancholy. Oh. So it has an affinity for quartz. It charges quartz, and you should keep a piece of quartz with nettles. I don't know why I said nettles. Huh. Does it have an now does Jasmine have an affinity or does Nettles have an affinity? Now I'm curious what I
Yeah.
did.
I think we've talked about this before, and I think it is Jasmine.
It
But yeah, double
is. I
check.
know. I'm gonna look right now. It should be in my little, hold on. It should be in my box. ABCDEFG. Jasmine. Let's see. I'm sure it is. Let's see. Promotes. Let's see. Yep, it is quartz. Yep, charges quartz. Yep.
Mm.
And back and forth too, and the opposite way. So it isn't nettles. I was incorrect.
Mm.
And since we only have a minute, let's just stop there and I'll correct myself and then we can come back. Okay.
Sounds good. See you in a minute.
Excellent. Okay.